like, share, subscribe.
The question 1. This road sign means 1. Your current roadway ends ahead. 2. You must bear either right or left. 3. A four-way intersection is ahead. 4. A road joins from the right. The correct answer is 2. This sign indicates that there is a Y intersection ahead. You must bear either to the right or to the left. The question 2. This road sign means 1. Parking spaces are reserved for people with disabled parking permits. 2. A circular intersection is ahead. 3. Traffic in the lane must turn in the direction of the arrow. 4. Lanes are reserved for buses and vehicles with a driver and one or more passengers. The correct answer is 1. This sign marks parking spaces that are reserved for people with disabled parking permits. The question 3. You should not park within underscore of an intersection. 1. 20 feet. 2. 30 feet. 3. 35 feet. 4. 45 feet. The correct answer is 1. You should not park within 20 feet of an intersection. An improperly parked vehicle may cause a crash. The question 4. This sign means 1. Curve ahead. 2. Road work ahead. 3. Merging traffic. 4. No left turn. The correct answer is 1. Warning signs prepare drivers for upcoming road conditions and hazards and are usually yellow with black markings. This sign alerts drivers to an upcoming curve in the road. The question 5. When in a travel lane on the roadway. 1. You may stop to drop off passengers. 2. You may stop to look up an address. 3. You may make a U-turn or back up if you get on the wrong entrance ramp of the freeway. 4. Don't stop for any reason. Keep moving until you can safely pull off the road. The correct answer is 4. You should not stop in a travel lane for any reason. Instead, keep moving until you can safely pull off of the road. If you miss your turn or exit, do not back up. Go to the next turn or exit or where you can safely turn around. The question 6. While driving on a two-lane road without bicycle lanes, you encounter a bicyclist traveling in the same direction. What is the safest way to pass the bicyclist? 1. Slow down and wait until there is no traffic approaching, then pass the bicyclist while leaving him or her sufficient space. 2. Continue driving straight. It is the bicyclist's responsibility to get out of your way. 3. Do not pass the bicyclist until you come to a traffic signal or stop sign. 4. Honk at the bicyclist to let him or her know you are about to pass. The correct answer is 1. You should pass a bicyclist the same way you would pass any other vehicle, but not so fast or close to them that you throw debris in their face or blow them around with a draft of air from your vehicle. Allow at least 3 feet of space between your side mirror and the bicyclist, or at least 5 feet on higher speed roads or when there is a group of bicyclists. Honking unnecessarily may startle riders and make them more likely to crash. The question 7. At night, it is hardest to see. 1. Road signs. 2. Pedestrians. 3. Other motorists. 4. Street lights. The correct answer is 2. Compared to signs and other roadside objects, pedestrians are hardest to see at night. The question 8. Before switching on the ignition, you should 1. Be sure only backseat passengers have buckled their seat belts. 2. Be sure only adult passengers have buckled their seat belts. 3. Be sure only child passengers have buckled their seat belts. 4. Be sure all of the vehicle's occupants have buckled their seat belts. The correct answer is 4. Develop a routine for entering and leaving your car. Before switching on the ignition, buckle your safety belt and see that all passengers do likewise. The question 9. If a crossing guard is directing traffic in a school zone, you must 1. Follow the directions given by the crossing guard. 2. Copy what surrounding traffic is doing, despite the crossing guard's instructions. 3. Assume the guard is not supposed to be directing traffic. 4. Follow rules that would be in place if no children were present. The correct answer is 1. Be prepared to reduce your speed and use caution when directed to do so by a sign, crossing guard, or law enforcement officer. Always drive with extra caution in a school zone. The question 10. Drivers should use their low beam headlights. 1. When driving in fog, dust, or rain. 2. When following closely behind another vehicle at night. 3. Within 500 feet of an approaching vehicle when driving at night. 4. All of the above. The correct answer is 4. Use low beam headlights when driving at night and following closely behind another vehicle or within 500 feet of a vehicle approaching from the opposite direction. Use low beam headlights when driving in fog, rain, dust, sleet, or snow. The question 11. When may drivers leave their vehicle unattended with the engine running? 1. If they are leaving for just a couple minutes. 2. Never. 3. If they are idling near a railroad crossing. 4. If they are idling in an unfamiliar area. The correct answer is 2. It is illegal for any driver to permit their car to stand idling and unattended without turning off the engine, locking the ignition, removing the key from the ignition, and setting the brake. However, these requirements do not apply to a driver who starts the engine by using a remote starter or other similar device that remotely starts the engine without the key in the ignition. The question 12. What should you do if your accelerator sticks while you are driving? 1. Reach down and attempt to pull it up. 2. Shift to park. 3. Shift to neutral and apply steady pressure on the brake. 4. Turn the engine off. The correct answer is 3. If your accelerator sticks while you are driving, keep your eyes on the road. Quickly shift the vehicle into neutral and apply steady pressure on the brake pedal. Pull off the road when it is safe to do so and turn off the engine. The question 13. A bicyclist who doesn't obey traffic laws. 1. Is in the right because bicyclists don't have to obey traffic laws. 2. Can be ticketed. 3. Will always receive a warning from law enforcement. 4. Will have their bicycle impounded. The correct answer is 2. All bicyclists have the same rights, duties, and responsibilities as drivers of motor vehicles. Motorists and bicyclists who do not obey traffic laws can be ticketed. The question 14. You must not drive your vehicle at a speed greater than 1. The maximum speed limit. 2. A speed that is faster than is reasonable and prudent. 3. A speed that is safe for existing conditions. 4. All of the above. The correct answer is 4. You must not drive at a speed that is faster than is reasonable and prudent. You must drive at a speed that is appropriate for the area where you are driving, the type and condition of surrounding traffic, the presence of pedestrians, the weather, the quality of the road, and light conditions. You must drive within legal speed limits. The question 15. This sign means 1. Side road. 2. Low clearance. 3. Merging traffic. 4. Prepare to stop. The correct answer is 1. Warning signs prepare drivers for upcoming road conditions and hazards and are usually yellow with black markings. This sign tells drivers to be aware of potential traffic entering from an upcoming side road. The question 16. A person who drives much slower than the speed limit. 1. Is a very safe driver. 2. Always has the right of way. 3. Should not let following cars pass. 4. May create a dangerous driving environment. The correct answer is 4. Driving more slowly than the flow of traffic can be hazardous. If you are on a two-lane, two-way road and driving so slowly that traffic is backing up behind you, you are required to pull off the road and let the other vehicles pass. Only drive significantly under the speed limit when conditions require it. The question 17. How often are motor vehicles required to be inspected? 1. Once every 4 years. 2. Once every 3 years. 3. Once every 2 years. 4. Once every year. The correct answer is 4. All motor vehicles registered in Texas must be inspected each year at an official motor vehicle inspection station. This includes motorcycles, mopeds, scooters, and autocycles. Evidence of financial responsibility for the vehicle being inspected must be presented at the time of the inspection. The question 18. Which of the following statements about railroad crossings is true? 1. It is against the law to go around lowered gates at a crossing. 2. You must stop at a railroad crossing when directed to do so by a flagger. 3. Not all railroad crossings are equipped with flashing red signals and gates. 4. All of the above. The correct answer is 4. You must stop at a railroad crossing when directed to do so by a flagger, stop sign, or warning devices, such as gates or flashing lights. Not all railroad crossings are equipped with such devices. It is against the law to drive around lowered railroad crossing gates. The question 19. What helps a person sober up after consuming alcohol? 1. Only time. 2. A cold shower. 3. Eating food. 4. Drinking coffee. The correct answer is 1. Taking cold showers, drinking black coffee, or exercising will not make a person sober. Only time can minimize the effects of alcohol, based on body weight, number of drinks, and food intake. The question 20. Drinking alcohol and driving is 1. A minor traffic safety problem. 2. A serious traffic safety problem. 3. Safe if you have only had a few drinks. 4. Only dangerous to the driver who drinks. The correct answer is 2. Driving while impaired or intoxicated is a serious traffic safety problem. Safe driving is not possible when you drink alcohol or take other drugs. Driving under the influence is dangerous both to you and to others on the road. The question 21. This road sign means 1. You must travel at the speed indicated. 2. The maximum legal speed on the roadway is 55 miles per hour. 3. You must travel through the intersection at the posted speed. 4. None of the above. The correct answer is 2. This is a speed limit sign. It indicates the maximum legal speed that you may drive on the road where it is posted. At times of rain, snow, ice, or other less than ideal conditions, you may have to drive more slowly than the posted limit. The question 22. The most common color of warning signs is 1. Red. 2. Yellow. 3. Green. 4. Blue. The correct answer is 2. Most warning signs are diamond-shaped and yellow with black markings. These signs warn drivers about unexpected conditions that may not be readily apparent. The question 23. Operating a motor vehicle is 1. A privilege. 2. A right. 3. A requirement. 4. Simple. The correct answer is 1. Operating a motor vehicle is a privilege. If this privilege is abused, it may result in a driver license suspension or revocation. The question 24. When driving near heavy trucks, other drivers and highway users must make allowances for 1. The increased stopping distance required by large vehicles. 2. The decreased stopping distance required by large vehicles. 3. The decreased noise of larger vehicles. 4. The increased speed of larger vehicles. The correct answer is 1. When driving near heavy trucks, other drivers and highway users must make allowances for the increased stopping distance required by the large vehicles. Drivers of smaller vehicles should remain in locations where they can be seen by the driver of the large vehicle and where their view of traffic is not blocked by the vehicle. The question 25. This sign means that 1. A community service group is picking up trash along the highway ahead. 2. Workers are on or very close to the road in the work zone ahead. 3. Children are at play ahead. 4. There is a pedestrian crosswalk ahead. The correct answer is 2. This sign indicates that workers may be on or very close to the roadway ahead, so you should take special care when traveling through the area. The question 26. A pedestrian starts to cross in front of your vehicle. You should 1. Flash your lights. 2. Slow down. 3. Speed up and pass in front of the pedestrian. 4. Stop and let the pedestrian cross. The correct answer is 4. Slow down and be prepared to stop whenever you see pedestrians walking on or crossing the roadway. Be particularly careful where children are present. Always yield the right of way to a pedestrian crossing in a crosswalk. The question 27. This sign means 1. Steep downgrade. 2. Crossroad ahead. 3. No right turn. 4. Narrow bridge. The correct answer is 1. Warning signs prepare drivers for upcoming road conditions and hazards and are usually yellow with black markings. This sign warns drivers about an upcoming steep hill. They should adjust their speed accordingly to avoid brake damage or collision. The question 28. An arrow painted on the pavement means 1. Drivers in the proper lane may make the movement indicated by the arrow, if they choose to do so. 2. Drivers in the proper lane must make the movement indicated by the arrow, but only if traffic lights are not working. 3. Drivers in the proper lane must always come to a complete stop before making the movement indicated by the arrow. 4. Drivers in the proper lane must make the movement indicated by the arrow while following directions indicated by traffic signals. The correct answer is 4. An arrow painted on the pavement within a traffic lane indicates that drivers in the lane must make the movement indicated by the arrow. Drivers should follow directions given by any traffic signs or signals before proceeding in the direction indicated by the arrow. The question 29. At dusk or on overcast days, you should 1. Drive using your four-way flashers. 2. Drive using your parking lights. 3. Not turn on any vehicle lights. 4. Turn on your headlights. The correct answer is 4. At dusk or on overcast days, you must turn on your headlights. Dim your lights to their low beam setting when within 1,000 feet of an approaching vehicle and when within 500 feet of a vehicle that you are following. When driving in poor weather, always use your low beams. The question 30. If you have the right-of-way at an intersection, you should 1. Assume other drivers will follow right-of-way laws. 2. Check for traffic, pedestrians, and bicyclists before moving forward. 3. Wave other drivers forward before proceeding. 4. Immediately move through the intersection. The correct answer is 2. After stopping at an intersection, take the extra time to check for crossing traffic and bicyclists before moving. It is recommended that you look left, then right, then left again before entering the intersection.